You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And this is Saturday, March the 9th, and you have indeed entered overtime on a very special and historic day in tri-state sports. One likely deserved of some kind of famous quote by some fabulous historic sports winner or important of historical importance. But truthfully, I'm not sure anyone has ever said it better or more succinctly than one of our own in John Wood men's basketball coach Brad Hoyt, who is always quick to remind us all that championships are indeed cool.
Number 23, Zach Evans.
We're just a small town, and like I said, we got big city dreams, and we made it here and we finished it, so it feels great.
The final jewel in West Central's crowning achievement of a season may ultimately shine brightest of all on final reflection. And it began quite literally at the beginning, a masterful display of basketball that neatly tied together a host of pivotal subplots here. The restoration of Zach Evans' Superman cape for starters.
Yeah, I felt like I let my guys down a little bit there in the first half on Friday, so I knew I had to bring it today in order for us to get a big win. So, yeah, I definitely had that mindset, like I had to bring it or we had a chance of going home and runner-up. It took a lot of work in the off-season. Like every weekend I was in the gym getting shots up and working on my game, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. You know, they always found me when I was open, they set good screens for me, so I definitely couldn't have done it without them.
As well as in introducing the rest of the state of Illinois to the secret weapon that has been Mason Berry, he of the jump-starting 13 points.
Honestly, when I shot that three, I started running in to get the rebound and it swished in, so I was a little surprised, but after that, I shot another one. It felt good.
And 8 total rebounds on the day.
I mean, I know that I'm not the best offensive player, so I got to do my part on defense and rebounding and passing. That's what I do, so that's what I do to help us win.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing. I mean, his rebounds, he just knows where the ball's going, and when it hits the rim, he's right there to get it. And I mean, his dribbling is unbelievable. I mean, I would not want any other point guard in the state.
And Mason was big yesterday, too, for us. You know, hit a big three towards the end and got some big rebounds for us. But, yeah, he got us going offensively, hitting a couple big threes and 8 defensive rebounds. I mean, that was one thing we talked about. One of our game plans, that we had to execute was to keep them off the offensive glass, because Mounds Meridian is such a great team, and when they crash offensive glass, they're almost, unbeatable. But I, give credit to all of our guys for boxing out, and there's some times, chances like, Coach, as I'm doing my best to box them out, I can't go rebound, and talk about number 40. But, I thought we did a great job team rebounding, especially defensively with Mason getting 8 and Zach getting 11. I think that's a huge part of why we had success today.
And less visibly, but no less critically, the grunt work turned inside against all of Mounds Meridian's size by Carson Brown and Chance Little.
Going in today, I knew that I had to do the physical stuff so we could win and box out dudes so other people can go get rebounds. Usually I'm the ones going to get the rebounds, but I knew I had to box out to let other people go get rebounds and kind of take some of my dirty work away.
We knew we had to fight them. We knew we had to get the rebounds to win, and so whatever it takes, I think this team will do so.
The sum total of which created a masterclass in basketball dominance. West Central led by as many as 9 points after the first 8 minutes.
It was huge. I mean, anytime you're playing in a big game like this, you can go, you can get a good start and get a decent lead, and it just kept increasing as the game went along. It definitely calmed some nerves, and just proud of these guys for the fight that they put through the night.
And just continually extended its lead over Mounds Meridian en route to ultimately a 19-point run-over victory.
We came out, coaches told us that we got nothing to lose tonight. I mean, not a lot of people probably thought we were going to win that game, so we just came out and played as hard as we could, stuck to the game plan. That zone, 2-3 zone worked a little bit when Zach got in foul trouble there in the first quarter, and we just stuck to it. And at the end, when we were running that zone, they kept taking time off the clock, and that's really what helped us win the game.
A chess-to-checkers type domination that celebrated everything that has made Cougar basketball so very successful this winter.
Zach does such a great job of, when he does have a bad game or a bad half, of not allowing it to affect him. And, I knew, knowing Zach and knowing how competitive and how much time and effort he's put into this season in his entire career, I knew he was going to come out ready to go and help lead us to a state title today.
The win also came with a couple of slices of redemption. First for assistant coach Brady Slagle, himself a player on that 2011 state runner-up West Central squad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Coach Slagle is a huge part of what we do as kind of our offensive coordinator. But as soon as I got the job here at West Central, I think it was pretty close to 8 years ago today. He was one of the first guys that called me. Teammate of mine at McMurray College. He was a freshman my senior year, and this has just been a team effort with these guys. It's all on them, but I mean, even Coach Slagle's a huge part of this, and what we're able to accomplish this year. And Coach Jacko honestly does a lot of the things that I don't want to do. It's been a special moment with this group, and this is something we'll remember forever.
As well as allowing Zach Evans himself to pay it forward to his older brother Drew, who along with teammates Gabe Cox and Cole Howard helped pave the way for this group and this coaching regime to imagine chasing the ultimate prize.
Yeah, absolutely. They were all texting us before the game today, telling us good luck and go get something that they never got the chance to get. So it definitely means a lot.
It's like nothing I've ever felt before. I mean, you can only ever dream about a state championship, but when you finally get one, it's awesome.
And with the eyes of so many future Cougars in the crowd upon them today, this group of basketball trailblazers took particular delight in reinforcing the notion that the size of your hometown should never diminish the scope of your dreams.
That means a lot. A lot of them look up to Zach, Chance, Mason, all the three seniors, and they look up to us. So this gave them hopes, maybe dreams that they can do it too whenever they got up to the high school level.
Yes, it's amazing. I mean, all them little kids come to our games just knowing that them kids look up to us. And, I mean, thinking that they could do this someday too. That's what I did when I was a little kid, when the 2011 kids, or high school team, went to the state.
Yeah, we knew we had to be on our best behavior, and we had to be role models because we had a bunch of little kids that were looking up to us and wanted to be like us. So we wanted to do everything we could do to interact with them while being a good person on the court and off the court. So it was big.
And in perhaps the most poignant moment of all, a telling hug shared today between the superstar, who will forever be remembered in Cougar basketball lore, and the most enthusiastic team manager in the state of Illinois in Tyler Andrews.
It means a lot. He's a big part of our team. We all love him like a brother of ours. He's at every game on the bench, and before the game, he's all giving us hugs, and he's just a special part of our team.
He means a lot, and I give credit, to these guys, not just as basketball players, but just as great individuals and great people. And every time we've won a trophy, whether it be a holiday tournament or postseason, they let him go receive the championship trophy, and he's special to all of us, and I'm glad he's a part of this team. And he's only a freshman, so we got him for 3 more years.
Sorry about that, guys. Microphone's dying here. So, again, those guys are as good off the court as they are on it. Congratulations to Winchester West Central on a job superbly done. By the way, we had more medals coming home from state today, this time at the junior high level in wrestling. Quincy High School, as a group, finishing 3rd. Congratulations to Bryland Hill, leading the way with a state championship today at 145 pounds. Also today, a little more basketball to talk about for you, as we have got Centralia posting the best finish in school history, 3rd place today, rallying together get back as the girls get the job done. They get the win today over Pius X to get that done as we advance our graphics here. And on the boys' side, unfortunately, no third place today for Montgomery County and our friend Scott Krager from Ellsbury as they lose to Thayer 61-49, but still a wonderful season for them overall and nevertheless. So there you have it. High school basketball season is now at an end, but our coverage of it is not. We're going to warp speed right into KHQA Basketball Awards Week starting on Monday. We'll have your Coaches of the Year, boys and girls, your Breakout Players of the Year, boys and girls, and of course our biggest awards, your Boys and Girls Player of the Year, all coming up next week. Don't get too excited. It's going to take us a while to get the whole do or die team to the internet. I'm only about halfway through writing the girls, haven't even started on the boys yet, but we are embarking on that process. What a season it's been. 3 state championships, 1 in football, 1 in wrestling, now 1 in basketball. It's been a heck of a year. We've got all of your college action and more coming your way when overtime continues.
The news you need in your inbox. A deeper dive is just a click away. Start delivery now at khqa.com/sign-up. You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And welcome back to Overtime, everybody. We invoked Brad Hoyt's name earlier. Maybe another championship, very cool one perhaps, en route coming up on Sunday because John Wood upset its way to a win over ICC today in the Region 24 semifinals, holding the Cougars to 18 second-half points. Jordan Shelton, the pride of Mexico, Missouri, huge again in this one with 26 points. Josh Tolton had 14. They will play the number 9 ranked team in the country and the tournament's number 1 seed Parkland tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Ren Lake College. Meanwhile, the John Wood women trying to pull up an upset of their own today against a really good Parkland squad as well. How about a little work here from Katie Flynn, looking inside to Alexis Pullman. That's going to work out eventually as well. A little three-point shooting right there, actually, from Miss Pullman. Parkland going to answer back. Abby Shepard to Alyssa Cole for 3 right here. How about more from Miss Pullman for John Wood? The Parkland lead, though, early in this one, 23-8. Don't worry, John Wood would make a comeback. Camila Zabinski working here to Madison Duran inside and out for the 3. Good stuff from them. Then Jada Dupree, who scored her 1,000th career point, going to come on strong right here in this game. Good stuff from her. Dupree again getting the one-hand finish on the basket. John Wood made a game of it late, just could not finish. Parkland ends their season 83-67 is your final. 17-13, though, for the Lady Blazers. Quite a season indeed for them. College baseball today, not a very good day on the Hill for Culver Stockton, getting swept by Peru State. A day of splits for Quincy University. They win game 2 after winning game number 1 yesterday. They win game 2 today at William Jewell. Do the Hawks by the final count of 7-3, but dropped the second game 11-7. Now, I mentioned that first game yesterday, another banner pitching performance in that game from Griffin Kern, the pride of Quincy Notre Dame High School, who is very quickly and very confidently settling into the role of ace for the Hawks staff.
I think it means a little bit more, especially for him. You know, he was here with Riley for a year. He was here with Spencer. You know, he grew up watching some of those guys ahead of him do their thing, right? And after the year ended last year, him and I had a conversation pretty early in the summer, like, look, this is your job. Go take it. And since day 1 of the fall, he's been that guy, and every Friday night he's going to get the ball from here on out.
It's awesome. I mean, just trying to give the guys the best chance to win game 1, you know. Just establishing the strike zone, and hope the other guys can just like work off me and see what I did successfully game 1.
Catching you up now on more college signing celebration news from this week. The rebooted John Wood softball squad snared a pair of Liberty Eagles to help ramp up the rebuild of the program, adding J.C. Blair and Tiffany Will.
What we're looking for is that grit, that drive, that passion to play at the next level, to play at that collegiate level. And I'm lucky that I got these 2 girls to want to do that, to want to continue their college career, because they're stellar. I mean, JC is a stellar third base and outfield. Tiffany brings a really great at-bat in first base with that versatility as well.
Yeah, I really like her. She seemed really positive, and she motivates all the girls on the team, and I thought that was super cool. I just thought the environment was super positive, and it's really close to home, and I just really thought it was cool that I'll get to play with my sister again another year. It feels really good. I have loved softball since I was really little, and it just means the world to be able to play in college. I think I could play any position there, but They talked to me about center field, and I play third base for high school, so. I think right now I want to go into radiology and go through Blessing Riemann. That's all I've thought about.
John Wood was very open and willing, and they have a great academic program to continue my schooling, and their softball program seemed amazing as well, so I'm excited to go and finish my high school and senior college years out. Having more softball in my career is a big part of me. It's been a big part of my entire family, so for me to go to college and play it just means a lot. At the end of the journey, I plan on majoring in animal science. Okay. I'm excited because their ag building is huge and new, and they're going to have a new animal science program this fall. Be more open and willing. These girls are all new to me. I haven't played with them like I've played with my high school team. So for sure, being able to communicate better and just having fun the entire time.
And we'll have more overtime coming your way straight after this. The KHQA Sports Runner, powered by your quality Ford dealers.
You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And welcome back to Overtime, everybody. What started very humbly in scope has become a fixture for our region's gridiron culture, as the Tri-State Football Clinic wrapped up its 10th anniversary edition of fellowship and forward football thinking in the Gem City this afternoon.
I bring the quarterbacks in, and we just take.
Yeah, I really did. It started as a wing T clinic. That was my first, thought process, was to have a wing T clinic, and so to see it morph into something much bigger, I think, has been awesome.
Unsurprisingly, Brad Dixon has proven about as adept bettering the collegial high school coaching culture through the Tri-State Clinic as he has building his own state championship-winning football program. It is a passion project that quickly carved out its own unique niche.
Yeah, I think most clinics are large clinics, different universities and such. So to bring a small town feel here with a bunch of local coaches, I think we got a lot of great coaches in this area. I think like this year in the Quincy area, Coach Kilday is back at QU. Coach Davis is brand new at WIU. To get those two guys in here to talk with high school coaches, I just think it's a great thing for our community.
The college-accented Friday portion of the clinic has proven a key component as well, allowing even the smallest enrollment prep program coaches to pick the brains of the likes of Steve Bell, Ray DeFrisco, Jason Kilday, and yes, new Western Illinois boss Joe Davis this year alone.
One of the things that I noticed about this clinic when Brad sent out the brochure is you look at the records of many of the coaches speaking here tonight. Very impressive. I mean, these are amongst the most successful coaches in the state of Illinois, in the state of Missouri, in the state of Iowa. So to have a chance to interact and connect with these guys tonight is very special.
Yes, yeah, to get in and meet coaches and we're all early in our off season. They're still recruiting guys for next year, so for exposure for our guys. Personally for the WIVC, we get pretty much every school represented. To spend time off the field with coaches in our league that we compete against, and in a situation where we're not, in an intense, game plan situation, just to kind of hang out. I think it's good for everybody.
Just realize that the benefits here work both directions.
I think for me, it's a reminder of really the fabric of what the great Western Illinois football teams have been built on in the past, is finding players from a lot of these type of schools that were a little bit under-recruited, had that blue chip, blue-collar kind of mentality. And so to reestablish and reconnect and make those connections is vastly important for our program.
And as for Coach Davis, and as for Joe Davis, who is really just now getting his first chance to take his new program out for a test drive, these are exciting, busy, and critical spring days.
As a coach, whether it be at the high school level or the college level, being around the players is ultimately what you got into it for. So having the opportunity over the last probably 5 or 6 weeks to be around the players has just been refreshing. There's a lot of positive energy on campus as it relates to the football program, and so we're going to try to build on that here as we enter spring football. I think it's just to continue to unite our football team, number one. That is our responsibility as coaches, is to bring our guys together and create that camaraderie and that brotherhood. But from a secondary standpoint, we need to find out a little bit more about what we can do on the football field. We've spent a lot of time in the weight room. We've spent a lot of time on the track. We've spent a lot of time in leadership devices with our team. We need to see some guys throw and run and hit and catch and let's see where we're at the end of spring here and see what we still need to get better at.
Awesome job. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man.
Again, if you
All the highlights from your favorite Tri-State sports teams. The KHQA Sports Final this Friday on KHQA News at 10. You're watching KHQA Overtime with Chris Duerr, working for you.
And welcome back one last time to Overtime again. Our congratulations to the entire Winchester Bluffs community. What a weekend it has been. How spoiled have we been in the sports business this year? Hannibal Wrestling, Camp Point Central Football, now Winchester West Central Basketball. It has been a heck of a year. And heck, we've got spring still to go. But before we get to that, again, a reminder, this week is KHQA Awards Week starting on Monday. We'll probably start off with the biggest no-brainer in the history of no-brainers and announce our boys basketball coach of the year Monday night. And if you paid attention tonight, it's a pretty clear choice, obviously. Don't think anybody is even in the realm. Hard to battle a state championship today. So again, we'll do that throughout the week, and then we jump into the spring sports season full force coming up on Thursday. I can't wait. We may have some baseball, little soccer for you right here next Saturday as we transition into a new season. So again, we appreciate all your support this basketball season. It has been a wonderful slog and one that ended with about as good an ending as you possibly can get. Again, everybody, great season out there. Thanks for all the winter fun. And now we transition to spring.